Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. So, there's a felony warrant issued for Offset's arrest, and Blocboy JB gets locked up. Plus, Lil Wayne says Jay-Z is the GOAT. Let's talk hip-hop. Alright, so a few days ago, I talked about this. Well, I didn't talk about this part of the story because this part of the story didn't happen yet. But a few days ago, we talked about Offset, right? And how, two things happened with him, like pretty much on the same day. First, he met with his father, who he hasn't seen for 23 years. They had a huge reunion, and Offset has been saying that even though his father wasn't there, that he just wants to have a relationship with his father now. Like, forget about all that. I'm not mad. I want to give you some money, and I want to have a relationship with you. So that was cool, right? Also, the other thing that happened was that Offset was in Target, chilling, minding his business, shopping for groceries. It looked like one of his homeboy had a box of something, paper towels or whatever. And then some fucking kid is filming Offset, not saying anything, not asking him for permission to film him. And so when Offset peeped it, Offset, knocked the kid's phone out his hand and kept on moving about his business, right? So I said this, man, I'm like, hopefully this kid don't try to sue him or whatever the case may be. Well, the kid ain't trying to sue him yet, right? But now they issued a felony warrant for Offset's arrest because he knocked the phone out of the kid's hand, right? This is crazy. They're saying because Offset damaged property worth more than $500 because the iPhone that the kid had was $800, right? But you gotta understand something, right? Yo, this is probably not the first time that Offset has ever seen people filming him without his permission, right? You're Offset, right? You're a superstar, right? So I'm sure that on the low, people probably film you all the time. Sometimes you catch them, sometimes you don't, right? People probably take pictures of you all the time, everything, right? And for me and my personal self, I've even caught people trying to take sneak take pictures of me and stuff like that. But I don't think it's because they know me or anything like that. So don't get it twisted. I think it's because they probably like, yo, look at this dude's beard. Or maybe they're saying yo, look at this dude's beard. Or maybe they're saying, yo, look at this dude's beard. But whatever it is, I do see people sneak taking pictures of me quite often, right? And sometimes you're in the mood where you're like, fuck it, they taking a picture of me, whatever, right? Sometimes you might be in a mood to walk up to them and be like, yo, what you taking a picture of? You know what I'm saying? But other times, maybe Offset didn't want to talk to this kid. Offset didn't want to say holla at him. Offset just was bang, knocked his phone down. You trying to get clout off of filming me without my permission, when you could have probably just walked up to Offset and said, hey, can I take a picture? He would have took the picture and then that would have been it, right? You wanted to go viral, you wanted to clout chase, you wanted to do all of that, and then got the phone knocked out his hand, right? And then after that, the kid goes on Instagram and Twitter, he goes viral, he's like, yeah, Offset knocked my phone out of my hand, blah, blah, blah. So he didn't even go to the police at first, right? But then, of course, a lawyer got into his ear. The kid is only 15 years old, by the way. A lawyer got into his ear and said, that you got something going on. First, what we need to do is file a police report, and then we can sue Offset for doing that, right? And even though he broke a $800 phone, now Offset's probably going to have to pay this kid $10,000 or $20,000, some stupid shit like that, right? All because this little fucking piss ant, son of a bitch who wanted to sneak pictures and then, wants to tell on them when he gets caught, right? So if you're doing something wrong, and you get caught at doing something wrong, then let it fly. It's not like you got caught taking a picture of Offset or video of Offset and then, he beat you up in the parking lot, or, he really mollywopped you or embarrassed you or, put you on Front Street or anything. All he did was knock the phone out your hand. You should take that L and keep on moving like a real G. If I was taking a picture of Offset, which I would never do, and he knocked my phone out of my hand and then broke my phone, I would take the L and keep on moving and not sue him, call the police, or say anything to anybody. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that is really messed up, right? So even when you're in the right, like Offset, even when you're in the right, when you're a superstar, you still gotta watch out because people will try to spin it and make you seem like the bad guy, you know? And it is sad the way that society has actually grown and became to be. Because even if this was 10 years ago in the early 2000s, or 20 years ago in the 90s, or 30 years ago in the 80s, if something happens and you have a little scuffle, just like that whole Britney and Remy Ma thing, if you have a little scuffle, it's a scuffle. I'm not calling the police. I'm not trying to sue you. I'm not trying to get money from you. Like, this is ridiculous. That's what y'all teaching motherfuckers now? Crazy, yo. Offset was in the right, yo, and I think that a felony, a warrant for his arrest because he knocked somebody's phone out their hand is a little overkill. You know what I'm saying? They should drop that shit now and let Offset get back to like his real life, living his real ass life. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think about this. Alright, yo, listen, man. Blocboy JB was, and this happened this morning, right? Like 3 o'clock in the morning, and then like maybe 6 o'clock in the morning, right? So Blocboy JB was about to like go to like his show or something, or like a performance, right? So like an hour before the performance happened, he was leaving his crib to do something. Maybe he was on his way there, whatever like that. So here's how it went down, right? Blocboy JB is in his crib chilling, smoking or whatever, right? And I guess the police are doing like their regular patrol in the neighborhood, and they smelled marijuana coming from his home. So what they did was they sat outside his house and waited for him to come outside. Okay, that's interesting. So the police smelled marijuana in somebody's home and waited for the person to come outside. They probably knew that Blocboy JB lived there, and they was like, ooh, hell yeah, now we gonna get this nigga, right? But that's neither here nor there, right? So Blocboy JB comes outside, hops in his Dodge Charger, and the police say that he like takes off crazy, like pew, you know, starts speeding down the block or whatever like that. So instantly they pull him over, right? So when they pulled him over, they found a handgun on the floor in the car, and so they took him into custody. They pulled him over because of speeding, and then they found the gun. So then Blocboy JB is locked up in jail right now, but he'll probably make bail within a couple days for a gun charge, right? But the thing about Blocboy JB is that he's already a convicted felon for like prior stuff that happened before he ever even blew up, right? So since he's a convicted felon, the judge issues a warrant to the police so that they can actually search Blocboy JB's home, right? So this happened like 6 o'clock in the morning. They go back to his crib and they start searching the crib, right? And they found like a big glass jar of weed, right? That, you know, is his own personal stash, right? But then they find a loaded 40 cal in his crib with a 50-round drum, right? They also found mad bullets and mad different ammunition for a whole bunch of different guns. They found a .223. They found another Glock 9. They found a rifle. 2 of them actually loaded. So basically they found like 5 other guns and the weed that he had on him. So he's got like an arsenal of guns in the crib, and then also the weed, right? So you gotta understand, he's not like on probation or nothing like that, but he definitely you know, is a convicted felon, so he's not allowed to have guns. He's probably gonna end up getting probation now, but since they found like all of that, he is locked up right now, and we'll see like how much they're gonna charge him for the bail. I'm sure he'll be able to afford it, and then he'll beat it, right? So Blocboy JB was saying something, and you shouldn't say anything. You should wait for your lawyer, or maybe you should just, you know, you have the right to remain silent, my dude. But he said that the guns were, you know, in his crib because he needed them to shoot a music video, and that they're not his, and he didn't even know that they were loaded or anything like that. But then, you know, he also had mad bullets in the crib, so I don't know. That doesn't even sound like a good excuse, which is why you should exercise your right to remain silent, my dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, I'm not here to tell like a rapper not to walk around with guns on him. Trust me, I'm not. Because after what happened with YBN Almighty J, and after what happened in Nipsey Hussle, you just never know what could happen outside on the streets. And just like with Offset, when that kid was taking a fucking video of him, who knows if that kid was trying to clout chase and maybe is gonna like try to punch him and be like, ha, look, I punched Offset, I got clout. You know, things like that happen, you know. So again, you know, Offset would definitely be like, get that phone out of my face. This is one thing that I don't want you to do, is film me while I'm doing something, you know. Rico Reckless, you know, rapper from Chicago. He was at a gas station one time and somebody pulled out their phone and they was like, gang, gang, gang. Hey, I'm here with Rico Reckless. Hey. And then Rico Reckless thought it was a fan and everything. So he was like, hell yeah, Rico Reckless in the building. And then the fan pulled out a gun. He was like, hey, bitch, I caught you lacking. And then Rico Reckless kind of like ran and got out of there and got in his car, right? But Rico Reckless kept his cool, but when he pulled out the gun, he kind of looked like, oh, you doing it like that? You know what I'm saying? So you never know who is going to try to attack you, who's going to try to do what to you, or what's going to happen. You know, it's crazy because when you are a known person, when you're popular, right, everybody knows you. Like, I can go outside right now and people know me, right? And they're like, oh, hey, that's Jonny Fastlane, but I don't know anybody. I don't know if you're op. I don't know if you are a fan. I don't know if, you know, I fucked your baby moms. Like, I don't know. So, you know what I'm saying? I understand why niggas keep a pistol, but you know, register it, I guess, you know, get, you know, but when you're a felon, like, you can't even carry the pistol anyway. That's why Blocboy JB should probably have security who can carry a licensed pistol. There's like many ways that you can try to protect yourself, but obviously, you know, nobody is going to really take a bullet for you, you know, and if you understand what I'm saying. What's understood doesn't have to be said. But, you know, free Blocboy JB. And, yo, every week a rapper gets arrested. But let me know what y'all think about this.
Hey, yo, pass the bamboo.
Lil Wayne, a.k.a. Weezy F Baby, a.k.a. Lil Tunchi, you know what I'm saying, does a commercial for this drink called Bamboo, right? And in the commercial, y'all see like there's a goat there, and the goat's just chilling like a VIP with him, and the goat's like, bah! And then Lil Wayne is asking the goat to pass the bamboo, which is crazy, right? Anyway, so Lil Wayne posts this on his page, right? But underneath the caption, it says, who do y'all think is the GOAT? List them in the comments below. And then Lil Wayne says, for me, I think the GOAT is Jay-Z, right? And this is fire, right? Because I think the GOAT is Jay-Z too, right? I think my favorite rapper is DMX, but I do think that the GOAT is Jay-Z. But Lil Wayne is also a GOAT. I just want to say that too, right? But this is dope because like Lil Wayne and Jay-Z they had a crazy relationship like over the last few years, right? And I really just think it's like a competition kind of thing. You know, both of them have been in the game for about the same time. Jay-Z really dropped like in 96, 97. And then Lil Wayne came out, I would say like probably like 98. Or 99. So yeah, like right around the same time, like within a few years of each other, Jay-Z and Lil Wayne both came out. So they're definitely peers. The only thing is though that Jay-Z was like a little bit older when he came into the game, right? He wasn't like a young, you know, 20-year-old or a 19-year-old when he came in the game, right? So he was a little bit older, and that's why Jay-Z is looked at as the big homie, even though he came out in 96, 97. And then when Lil Wayne came out, he was actually a little bit younger. He was like 13 or 14 around that time. So that's why he's looked at as like a little homie, even though he came out around the same time as Jay-Z. I mean, they both been in the game for like over 20 years, right? And they're both still hot. They're both still talked about. They're both still relevant. And this is why they're GOATs to me, you know? But Jay-Z, you know, back in 2003 when he was like, you know, he's retiring, that's the whole situation like where Jay-Z and Lil Wayne like started to like butt heads a little bit, right? So after Jay-Z said he's retiring on the Black album, then Lil Wayne comes out and he's like, best rapper alive. since the best rapper retired. And Jay-Z didn't like that at all, right? As a matter of fact, Jay-Z felt like, okay, Lil Wayne is trying to sneak diss me, so Jay-Z said that he had to come back into the game because the game is dying, or the game is dead, right? And that's why Jay-Z didn't retire, quote unquote. But Jay-Z wasn't retiring anyway. So Lil Wayne did an interview and he spoke on that years ago, and he said that he didn't like the fact that Jay-Z even did that, you know? But then Jay-Z has Lil Wayne on that song, Hello Brooklyn, how you doing? So, you know, then they worked together after that, even though they didn't like what the other one did, right? And then Lil Wayne had Jay-Z on Mr. Carter, hey, where you been? You know, because both of their last names, like their real names, is Carter, you know, Sean Carter and Dwayne Carter. So even though Lil Wayne and Jay-Z like had that competition going, they still was working with each other, right? Which was pretty fire, right? And then No One on the Corner Got Swagger Like Us, which is a T.I. song, he had Lil Wayne and Jay-Z in that too, right? So then though, in Ham, I Go Hard as a Motherfucker with Kanye West and Jay-Z. Jay-Z said something like, keep it real with niggas. Niggas even got my lady money. You got baby money. Keep it real with niggas. Niggas ain't even got my lady money. Talking about like everybody on Cash Money. And that was because Birdman, aka Baby, said something in the interview like, yo, Jay-Z is not the GOAT. Jay-Z is not the greatest rapper alive. Lil Wayne is the greatest rapper alive. Lil Wayne is the GOAT. To me, that's what Birdman was saying, Baby, right? So that Jay-Z responded to him in Ham, and he goes, yo, all y'all niggas got baby money. Keep it real with niggas. Y'all ain't even got my lady money, right? Y'all ain't even got money like my girl. And you know, his girl is Beyonce, so his girl at that time was like 500 million, you know, worth $500 million. So he's like, y'all ain't even got my lady money. Are you serious right now? So when Lil Wayne heard that, Lil Wayne jumped on track with Drake and Jadakiss. The name of the song is called I'm Good, and Lil Wayne was trying to defend Birdman. So he was like, talk about baby money. I'll kidnap your bitch and make you pay me how much you love your lady money. You know what I'm saying? So then he actually brings Beyonce back into the fold. He's like, yo, we'll take all the money. You know, we'll take everything. You know what I'm saying? Which was a little crazy. But Jay-Z didn't like really respond to that at all. And I think that, you know, you talk about that man's wife and everything like that. That may be a little bit too far. But still, you know, during the whole time that Birdman and Jay-Z were having issues, not Birdman and Jay-Z, the whole time that Birdman and Lil Wayne was having issues, Lil Wayne actually went on stage after he said, fuck Birdman, a couple years back, and he said, shout out to Jay-Z, right? And so everybody was thinking like, oh man, since, you know, Lil Wayne's not on Cash Money anymore, is he gonna sign to Rockefeller, or is he managed by Roc Nation, or what's going on? Why is he shouting out Jay-Z? But then, you know, actually just recently, like a few months ago, Lil Wayne revealed that Jay-Z helped him out with $14 million because Lil Wayne owed like $14 million in taxes to the government, and that Jay-Z and Roc Nation helped him out with that, you know, which is pretty dope. And I think that Jay-Z is kind of like the HR, you know, of hip hop. So anytime something happens, whether it's like, you know, 21 Savage about to get deported, or, you know, Lil Wayne and his taxes, you know, Jay-Z and his team will step in and help y'all out. Meek Mill being arrested, but it has to be somebody like Jay-Z messes with, and somebody that Jay-Z actually respects. So he'll help out 21, he'll help out Meek Mill, he'll help out Lil Wayne. Will he help out Blocboy JB? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? If something happens with Drake, he'll help out Drake though, I'm sure. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like who he decides to help out, which is fine. I mean, you can help out whoever you want to help out. Who am I to tell you who to help? You know what I'm saying? It's cool that you even helping anybody, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so, you know, Lil Wayne and Jay-Z, they have like such a cool, like dope ass past where you can see the love they have for each other, the respect they have for each other, but also the beef and everything that they had with each other, but it wasn't real beef. Nobody was ever gonna, oh, I'm gonna slap the shit out you, or you fucking faggot, or nothing like that. It was nothing like that ever. It's just always like a friendly kind of competition kind of thing. And I think this is dope. And even though they both came out around the same time, I could see exactly why, you know, a Lil Wayne would look up to Jay-Z. He knows how hard it is to be in the game. He knows how hard it is to stay hot. He sees that Jay-Z is still a spitter. He sees what Jay-Z is doing for people, and it makes sense. I mean, why wouldn't he look at Jay-Z as a GOAT? I mean, who is he going to look at as a GOAT? Is he either going to be, there's only like 4 or 5 people to choose from, right? Snoop Dogg, Lil Wayne, himself, Drake, or Jay-Z. I mean, and you're not gonna pick Drake because that's your little nigga. Let's say you don't pick yourself, then there's only Lil Wayne and not Lil Wayne. It's only Jay-Z and Snoop. And Jay-Z helped Lil Wayne out more than Snoop did, so he said Jay-Z, which I cannot disagree. Let me know what y'all think about all this in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell. And follow me at Jonny Fastlane. That's Jonny Fastlane on everything. That's Instagram and Twitter. And y'all already know what to do. Peace.